Let me gussy some of that up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday. I'm welcoming you to Monday. It's the 27th. I don't know. We're already through January. I'm sure your resolutions are just regrets by now and that you're settling into whatever will become of your 2025. Hello. And we have stuff to talk about. We got some book stuff. We got some drama stuff. But mostly book stuff. It's a crazy couple of weeks coming up for the FRACASSI fans. Crazy couple of weeks. Great couple of weeks. I mean, the crazy is like the good crazy. So let me say hi to everyone first. Hope the mic is on. I hope everybody could see anything. I don't know. I trimmed the beard for you guys. I did it for you. Mark, Mike, Jason, Mark, Kevin, Jason, I answered the front door. Patty, number one. Hello. Blackberry Crown and Lemonade. Nice. Zach, good evening. Christopher. Ron, exciting to see that Fantasia has put a date on the pre-order of Third Rule. Put a date on it. That date is like a few days away. Now I feel bad because I don't have my ring. All right. Yes, I'm up to the minute show prep. Yeah, that's next Saturday, right? February 1st is next Saturday for Fantasia Press's edition of FRACASSI's best work to date, Third Rule of Time Travel. Oh, I'm so with Francois Art. They got them together. And I think, for a lot of you folks, Fantasia Press may be a new one. He came back on the scene, Alex Berman. Am I messing up his name? Berman or Bergman came back on the scene after giving us the asbestos fire starter, as well as the first ever world's edition of Neuromancer. This guy's a big deal. The pedigree. I mean, this is a big deal. Fantasia Press. And then he goes off and he becomes a lawyer. He decides to lawyer for a long time. And he's like, you know what? I'm sick of just dominating law. I think I'll go back to dominating presses again. So he came out and they did Mickey 7, which was a nice title. I like the premise of the book, Mickey 7. It's going to be a movie. Very impressive. And then, of course, Third Rule. Damn dogs. So good to see you, Brandon. Good to see you. And Hardcover Fanatic, I think I just let you into the Jeff Word Club Facebook page. Good to see you here. It goes well. Hey, Tim's here. We're going to talk about Tim tonight. Oh, yeah. It's in the notes. I have it in my notes. Talk about Tim tonight. First off, let me say I agree 1,000% that Earthling Little Heaven is bonkers. Got it today, and man, it is some production. Just had to get that out there. Nice. Yes, I'm glad because, a lot of people like, do I believe Jeff? No, I don't know. But then Mike is like the Pope. He's infallible. Is that the infallible? He doesn't get it wrong. So Little Heaven is a really beautiful production from Earthling. I mean, yeah, I love it. I love it. And I can't wait for Come With Me. I hope all who got it because I don't know how many are left, but I'm sure it's selling out pretty quickly. So all of Brian James Freeman's stock is gone in it. So finally, Third Rule is coming. Yeah, that is very soon the trade. So you got Fantasia this week. You got Broken Binding next week. If I can't get the Broken Binding edition of Third Rule, I might just have to fold the channel up. Might just have to just fold it up, put it back, and just step away if I can't get it. Because I won't be able to get back on camera. I won't be able to sit here with all the books behind me if I don't get that Broken Binding. And I say that, I would be saying that about Fantasia Press. I think I'm going to get the Fantasia Press one. I'm not worried about securing one of those, although I am a little apprehensive, but I'm a lot more worried about broken binding because lower print run probably. And they're going to 2 tiers of subscribers before they go to the general public. Broken Binding is a subscription box service. I don't subscribe to books anymore. So it'll go to their sci-fi, then their fantasy, and then general public. How many will be left? And it's a very affordable price. So it's 27 pounds. That's very reasonable. And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel as much of a lock, or not a lock, but it just feels like it's a little more slippery. Like it's just because here's the other thing. Third rule. Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the trade edition, yes, the trade edition of Third Rule is going to be a paperback. That's how it's releasing to the mass market, as a trade paperback. But it's going to be a hardcover at Broken Binding. With Broken Binding, it's going to be a hardcover with Fantasia. So that's that. Going to get mine. I hope so. Hey, Tim, love the vid with the misses. You stole my thunder, man. I was going to get that. Now we got to go get Jeff and Jill on screen together. See that you stole it from me. I was going to say that. Phil, good to see you, by the way. Good to see you, Mitch. Yo comes out here with his yo. I have Alan's. Good to see you, Alan. Jason. Thanks, Flash. I've never enjoyed making a video as much as I did that one. That's very sweet. Loved the video. Opening my little heaven right now. Well, I hope it's amazing, Kevin. I know it is. Yes, I got Come With Me as well. Now I have to go back and find me a Mallerman. You could probably get it lower than release. It was $250. I think it didn't stay at that top price. I will be getting the Broken Binding. Not sure I can swing Fantasia. Ooh. Yeah, it's $150 for Fantasia. Which edition will be the definitive Third Rule? Well, the Fantasia press is a week early. A week earlier, I think, than the trade. But definitive, I mean, I would say Fantasia is the definitive if you wanted, like, it's hard to say. I mean, I'm getting them all. You get them all, and then you don't even have to worry about what the definitive one is. But, you know, the edge that the Fantasia one will have, obviously, is a hardcover and it has art. And it'll have, will it have a slipcase? I don't even remember if it's said a slipcase, but I think it will. So definitive. Yeah, that's the one to really get. If we all miss that Broken Binding edition, Jeff, we will all be broken. Yes, I know. You do subscribe to one book publisher. Yeah, I do. That's a whole different story. So, shh. Camelot had inspection. They may still have it. Jeff, if I can pick up 2 Fracassi Third Rules, I'll get yours too. Kevin, don't. I totally appreciate that, Kevin. Just don't. Are you a subscriber to Broken Binding? I think Sean is as well. Yeah, they do, but I have to make sure to secure the Fantasia press and book bindings first. Yeah. Trade paperback Third Rule, that is. Oh, the Broken Binding. I'm sorry. I'm old. I'm an old officially, so I'm kind of looking. Yes. That's very kind of you, Kevin. I do have a subscription. Oh, well, I doubt you'll be able to get more than one, but who knows? Oh my God. For 150, it should have a slipcase, but I didn't see it mentioned. I don't remember. Anybody want to correct? Yes, the last sentence of the announcement mentions the slipcase. There you go. Bingo. Slipcase was mentioned. Awesome. Greetings and salutations. Huge week. Legati's agonizing resurrection of Frankenstein. Third rules from Broken Binding and Fantasia Press, etc. Yes. And the big Fracassi news also is the Boys in the Valley paperback. I mean, it's not big Fracassi news, but if you are a completist, you will get the trade paperback of Boys in the Valley. So that's out. That's now, yeah. So you're gonna want that. So yes, let me pour this. Okay, Duff Bucket. Hey, Duff Bucket, help me out real quick. I need help. I need all help I can get. What do you got for me today? Got to get up to get down. This is a Wiseacre milk stout, coffee milk stout. Not nearly as good as another coffee stout with vanilla. Not nearly, but it's the one I have in front of me. So it's the one I have. I should make sure I have more of the ones I want. The one that I want. Oh, Broken Binding subs have 2 book maximum. Damn. Any subs looking to sell a copy, hit me up. Does the Paperback Boys come waterlogged? Good to see you, RA. Haven't seen you in a while. I got to get your... I gotta put stuff in the mail for you and someone else. Yes, Joshua Perez. Mm-hmm. Rapture bundles deadline as well. Yes, that's on the thing. I got it on the thing. The Beach Boys edition. Yes, I can dip your Boys in the Valley in water for you. Throw a wet towel on it if that's what you want. Oh, look, Philip Fracassi's here. Happy Monday. Good to see Philip. He's here. We were just talking about all the madness going on with your stuff. In the next 2 weeks, it's going to be great. Jeff will baptize your edition. Oh, you could say I will exercise your edition. I could do a whole video out of it. I could do a blasphemous video out of it. I can get like a baptismal font in here, put on a priest collar, and then go like, oh, what is this? And I could dunk your book into this baptismal font, ruining it for whatever value you could get out of that. I mean, I'm happy to do it, is what I'm saying. I'm happy to do it. Man. I will say, if there was a fire, my Beach Boys is one I would grab. That's my priceless Boys in the Valley arc. Priceless. It's one of one. I ordered Night of the Long Knives last Monday night, and it already showed up in the mail today. I have not gotten my Night of the Long Knives. I should reach out to Paul and ask him if anything happened, but I also feel bad that I bought from Levidian my Come With Me and not Paul. So I'm kind of like, you know what? If he's punishing me from buying from Levidian and not directly from him, then maybe I deserve to wait on my Night of the Long Knives. Because I've seen them out there. A lot of people have gotten them. I haven't gotten mine. Oh, well, that's awesome. I'm glad you got yours, Lance. I'm glad for everybody who got theirs. I'm not being sour grapes or anything. I can't believe Dark Carnival is still available from Subpress. I ordered mine before weeks ago. Really? I was going to talk about that too. I'm reading comments, and I have an agenda, but I like reading the comments more. Father Jeff, the book baptizer or exorcist, depending on the book. Rad, it's brutal and great. You may not listen to them, but reading TJ gives me the same vibe as the band Chat Pile. I don't know Chat Pile. I haven't received Long Knives either, but assumed because I live far away from everything in Paradise. Yeah, I mean, that's probably why. Paul reached out to me and he asked if what my number was for Midas, and he was going to match that number. And because I didn't get Midas direct from Paul, I traded for that. I traded Marla for that. So that delayed me getting mine, I think, and then it just never happened. I'll hit him up. I'll hit him up. You know, I ordered Dark Carnival today. I'm a big Bradbury fan. That looks gorgeous. We could talk about it. Got Night of Long Knives Saturday and Shadowland today. Damn, that Shadowland. Philip got his. That Shadowland looks awesome. I don't know what Jared's like. I think Jared's like pushed the foot all the way down on the accelerator. Boom. He's like really putting out the majesty. Like Centipede has always done great work, but now he's like going bonkers. I don't know how Jason Geis is holding up, but damn, Jared is really, every single edition seems to be stellar. I didn't get Bad Brains, even though I have the cipher. I didn't get Bad Brains because it's $100. And I haven't even read the cipher. I was very tempted. I'm like, okay, I should get a matching set from Centipede. I know Jared does great work. He picks great titles. And I just didn't because it was $100. Even though I don't know if, I think the cipher was like 90. So it's not crazy. It's not like it was a $65 book and now this is a $100 book. It's still in the ballpark, but I just did not with the chappies from a certain publisher, not with those chapbooks, which you have. If you're a lettered bundle holder, you have just a few days till February 1st to secure your number, your letter, your subscription to these chappies. So with the chapbooks, so there was Come With Me, the chapbooks, the Fantasia Press third rule, the Broken Binding third rule. Just there's no room, absolute no room for Bad Brains. And my brains are bad enough. So I had a pass. So I got my first Pandy Press box today. If anyone cares, has a nice flip book by Lansdale. I was going to get that one too. So, but I passed. Because again, it's a sub box. I'm just not doing it. Knives is one of the best books Tyler's ever written. I think I would agree, but I haven't read his entire catalog. I haven't read Almost Ruth, Dark Side of the Room, The Criterion. So I have to catch up. But yes, it's my favorite Tyler Jones novel to date. And I loved Midas as well. So my Chandelier landed. Happy Monday, Jason. We're talking. You need to read the cipher. I know I do. And everybody says that. And it's like, I swear to God, it's right there. It's right there. And perhaps had I read it, I'd be like, no, I need Bad Brains. But I didn't. And, you know, I'm actually running out of shelf space too. I know that kind of kills the buzz, doesn't it? When some collector's like, too much money, I'm running out of shelf space, I don't read them. You know, it's like, well, dude, we're here to celebrate the collections, man. It's kind of killing the vibe, dude. You're a buzzkill. So anyway, you know, Jason's here. Oh, Jason. I meant Jesse because I see the hearts hearts are getting slammed, so I know Jesse's here. So good to see you. I passed on Bad Brains too. Oh, Jake. Yes, and I got that cipher slipcase, not to mention that it sort of makes it even more imperative to get the set, to get Bad Brains. Although you can make the case there is no Radical Folios slipcase for Bad Brains, so it'll look out of whack. Better pass on it anyway. All these, you know, logistical gymnastics we do, logical. I had to choose between Bad Brains and Next Elric. White hair one. Philip, great to hear about DC. It looks to blow my gauntlet lettered out of the water at a much lower price. Oh, Dark Carnival. Yeah. Paul Fry's mom is in the hospital. Yes. My thoughts are with her. Yes. And as the admin on the SST fans group, I should have posted that. That guy goes through hell. Paul Fry, his father passed away recently. Was it last year? His mother's in the hospital now. I mean, he's a one-man show over there, still kicking ass and delivering. Longest delays in shipping, not his fault. It's just the shipping of them. They take forever to get across the pond sometimes, or sometimes they show up lightning fast. And sort of that volatility kind of, people don't know, should I call him? This isn't normal, but it is normal. I hope that man has a better year in 25 than he's had recently. I want great things for great people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're all great people. Ulrich is always good. I have to admit, I have no memory of the scrawlying tree. I read it long ago, but I can't remember anything about it. I passed on Bad Brains too. I remember not really liking Koja's stuff back in the Abyss pulp paperback days, though I did buy the Cipher. Figured maybe that one was due for a reread given its reputation. Long time no see, Jason. Is Hans here too? Oh, that would be amazing. Hans would come back. It would be like the season finale. And like if I did seasons and I said, come Memorial Day, is my last show, right? Memorial Day, and then I pick it back up on Labor Day. Who knows? That might be a good fun thing to do. And then it ends on a cliffhanger. Like that Memorial Day show. It's like, hey, everybody, we're gonna recap the year. It's a great time. These are all the books we got. It's been great. I can't wait. Everybody have a great summer. I'll see you on Labor Day, blah, blah, blah. And then at the last second, Hans walks in and he's like, who dis? And everybody's like, ooh. And then a cut. Is Hans back? Is it really Hans? Stay tuned. Labor Day show. And we'll get Hans and, but Hans won't do that. Hans Curtis. Do me the courtesy and let me see the Curtis. See what I did? Hans, do me the courtesy and let me see the Hans Curtis. I'll work on it. I'll tweak it in the off season. Kona is like Stephen Graham Jones. I could see her pro style being a big hit or miss with people because she has a very unique cadence to the way she writes. Koja, yeah. He has had a rough year. His dad passed a while ago, had to move warehouses. I forgot about that. Paul Fry, man, he's like the publisher's Job, right? Job, the guy that God tested a whole lot and just said, I'm just jeffing with you. Relax, man. Didn't Job end up in a whale before Pinocchio did? I don't remember. I'm not, don't ask me Bible trivia, I try to get here when I can. Schedule change and doesn't allow much these days. Yeah, that sucks. I really like the artwork in the Elric book. Hello, Russell. Good to see you. Give Rolled Oats a bite of chicken for me. I don't know if rabbits eat chicken, but I think yours would. He's a little aggressive, There's a Stephen Graham Jones ARC physical copy on Goodreads giveaway that ends tonight. I know I entered it. Forgot what it was, but I'm like, I'll enter it. Good to see you, Jesse. I think we found our surprise for Jeff Fest. Jeff Con. Or Jeff Fest is cool too, but it's Jeff Con. I still got to find out if I have my venue. Dude, got the venue I wanted, for my dance quintet, my cycle. Oh, you can come down and give me notes. Jonah was the whale. Jonah? He lived in a whale. He made his home in that fish's abdomen. It ain't necessarily so from the musical Porgy and Bess as performed by Cab Calloway. You're welcome. Funny story is that my sister-in-law wanted to name her firstborn son Jonah until I mercilessly sang that over and over and over again until she could no longer say Jonah without thinking of Jonah. He lived in a whale. He made his home in that fish's abdomen. Jonah lived in a whale. Oh, man. Trolling works, my friends. It works. It prevents some things. It prevents a lot. It saved a life. Is that for the Buffalo Hunter? Yeah, probably. Greets and Shrieks. I read Boy's Life. Fave character, the lady. Yeah, she's awesome. The lady. Fave scene, Dinner with Vernon. Like the book a lot, but prefer Blackwater. Will send review if you like. Hey, you know what? This is all whatever butters your bread, you know? Whatever gravies your taters. Whatever stuffs your bird, man. All of them food references. And you know, there's no such thing as a wrong opinion unless you like Bentley Little. Am I right, Mitch? Mitch felt betrayed by a Bentley Little book. Oh, I'm sorry, Mitch. You knew it was a snake when you brought it in your house. So, following that logic, I take it you have prevented any Jeremiahs due to his built bullfrog status. And yes, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. And Methuselah. That's all. You got to listen. It ain't necessarily so. I will say that song, It Ain't Necessarily So, is a more satanic song than anything Judas Priest ever sang. Listen to it. See if you think what I'm. You'll see what I'm. You'll understand it if you listen to it, and listen to the Cab Calloway version. That man, he was cray cray. I like the 3Fs motif. Jeff Fest. It just sort of smears itself. It's a name that smears itself into being. Jeff Fest. Please, no karaoke at Jeff Con. That is the most honest comment ever. Please, no karaoke at Jeff Con. We do have a karaoke stand. I will bring it. I'm excited for Buffalo Hunter, but I haven't even read I Was a Teenage Slasher yet. Buffalo Hunter. Jeff, in a nutshell, what was the context to the sub-press drama you mentioned on Sunday? Okay, in a nutshell, Andy Gear, I will say a known bomb thrower, a known curmudgeon, not an actual likable person. I've gotten to have mutual respect for the man, but he's a jagoff. I was gonna say he's a jagoff sometimes, but no, he's a jagoff. And I've come to an uneasy peace with him or whatever. I couldn't stand the way he treated Tyler Jones. He was like, "Hey man, you keep posting about your goddamn book. Lay off." This was when Tyler Jones was promoting Heavy Oceans. So this guy decides he's the goddamn social media police telling Tyler Jones not to talk about Heavy Oceans. And everybody's like, "Go pound it up your ass, Andy." And then he mellowed, and then he has a friend, came in here and said, "Hey, yeah, the guy's kind of cranky, but his heart's in the right place." And I'm like, "Well, his heart's up his ass." But anyway, he was an admin on the Subpress Readers group. I didn't even know. And he was unceremoniously booted from the group. They kicked him out. He said, "I found out when I went to touch my admin tools, he was going to touch his admin tool. And he went into the back to get his hands on his admin tool, and they took it away from him." And he's like, "What?" And he's like, nobody said anything to me. He goes, well, I guess I'm not an admin anymore. And that two things can be true at the same time. Andy Gear can be an asshole, and what they did to him could be wrong. And I don't agree with what they did. If you're an admin of the group and you did something, problematic, the other admins should talk to you about it and then come to some sort of either resolution or termination notice. At least have the balls to do that. Well, they didn't. And then it got out of hand because they kicked him out, and then the woman who kicked him out didn't even address it once it was known that she did this underhanded backstabby thing. And she let the other admin do cleanup on aisle 5 by saying, no, she's great. Was her name Jennifer or Jessica? I don't know. I don't remember what her name was. No, she's great. No, trust me. Claire came out to say, she's great. No, please don't hate on her. And they're like, why are you saying this? Why doesn't she say this? She's the least visible admin. And it turns out she created the group, but she's not like a day-to-day person. So she kicked that Andy out. Anyway, everybody got involved. They all started writing comments. They all decided like their opinion was called for and nobody was asking. And then they all announced, like they do, I'm leaving the group. Bye. So they all like made this big notice, and then they formed another group, which I then joined. And it was just like, at one point you're like, okay, I see how this is aggravating and it's bullshit and it should be called out, but it was going on for like 3 days. And I'm like, I realize I keep saying, I'm like, this is like so annoying. But it got kind of silly. But Robert's here. What's up, Robert? New subscriber, watch the Suntop video on what to expect. Tuned into Paul 10 days ago, pre-ordered Born of Man and Woman. Well, congrats on that. I'm glad to see you. And I'm glad the Suntop, you got some books to look forward to. He does it. He does the magic all the time, man. Yes. So welcome to the broadcast as well. Oof, that Bentley Little book I just read bummed me out. That's a shame. And it's so annoying because you're just so invested. So much of your time goes to reading. That's why stick with Philip Fracassi and you won't go wrong. I'm Dr. Jeff, and I recommend 200 pages of Fracassi, and then call me in the morning and tell me that you're doing good. Don't nutshell for those of us not on social media. I can't nutshell. I don't nutshell. I make a short story long. Oh my God. You should see producer Jill. If rolling eyes can induce a seizure, she'd be in a coma. Whenever I talk, I mean, literally whenever I talk, if I'm out and I'm telling a story, she's like, ooh, and she's just would rather be anywhere else in the world. So I don't nutshell. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I remember that now. I knew there was some other reason I didn't like that douche. Someone telling Tyler Jones to not talk about his book is an asshole and better not cross my path. You'll get that line on him. Roar! I roar like lions now. Yeah, it's Facebook. Who cares, for God's sake? People acting like it's Congress. Oh, Congress, I think, is worse than Facebook, actually. Andy has sort of been my foil as far as Facebook groups have gone. We also have a mad situation, mutually assured destruction. You have stuff on him, he's got stuff on you. So I think D7 releases in May via shortwave. I don't know when it releases, but yeah, I pre-ordered that. And I did let you all know, D7, you got to pre-order that. And Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre from Underbrush. You get a nice book plate. Get a nice, you get a nice book plate. Also from D7 too. I don't know why Italian had to come. You know, you get a nice book plate. You also learn. I don't nutshell, but I also got to try it twice. If I don't really like it the first time, I'll do it again. I'll like it less, and then I'll try to do it again to balance it out, and it just gets worse, and then it doesn't stop. Yeah, yep. Likely we most did D7 pre-order. Just wanted to see when it would ship. Yes, May. You got the man here. And Tyler's depth charge in spring 26 through shortwave. So many books, so many awesome books. I love reading the drama though. It's funny as hell. It is kind of funny. I mean, otherwise, what's the point? It's got to be at least entertaining. I think if you go to hell, if you die and you go to hell, I think the only sin is being unentertaining or not important. That's the punishment. You didn't entertain. You were boring. So you go to hell. That's the sin. Yeah, they all boarded the plane and left. I really don't buy enough sub press to carry either way. Yeah. No, I don't either. You'll regret all the little books you wasted those precious minutes on as you have less of them left. Oh, all the little books. I thought you were talking about the little books from Borderlands. The Bentley little books. Yeah. Right. You only get so much life. You know, and life is a measure of time. Time is a measure of life. And you've given Bentley Little some life. Now, Philip, as an author, if somebody reads your book, do you get their life force? Because it's like we are giving you our time, our energy, our emotions, our life. Do you get that? Is it like, are you a vampire? Are you like, yes, I need a big readership, not for the fame and fortune, but just for the essence of souls that come flooding into my body? If you're at dinner and all of a sudden, like a huge amount of people are reading your stuff, do you levitate? No, not now. Put my books down. I guess you don't have to respond to that. Life force, yes, it fuels me. Yes, I'm sure it does. Jason Murphy on here, loving the read along, man. Yeah, that's very cool. And I thought he was. I thought I saw him. May 27th, also my birthday. Well, that's why they're doing it, Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr. I'm almost done with Speaks the Night Bird. Speaks the Bird. I'm really enjoying it. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Speaks the Night Bird. Man, I want to talk about some things in that realm, but I can't. Jeff, you realize hell is a library of just Chiz books, right? Oh, that would be awful. That would be awful. Jeff, read the effing admin handbook already. It's all in there, for sake. If Fracassi got my life force, he'd probably return to sender. If Fracassi got my life force, he'd be like, why do I feel so stupid? God, I'm such a fraud. Why am I even here? If you get a surge of emotion like that, Philip, it's my fault. But every bad review knocks a month off my life, so it evens out. No. Screw the haters. Honestly, they don't know what they're talking about. If you got to go with consensus, and there are people that have issues that have nothing to do with you, and they take them out on the book they read. Serafina drained me, so Philip's right. I think Hell also has Bentley Little books. Wait. Really enjoying it. It's great. I think better than Speaks the Nightbird is Queen of Bedlam and then Mr. Slaughter. And then hit and miss. River of Souls was great. Cardinal Black got good near the end. But Freedom of the Mask and the Providence Rider were not so good. And then, yeah, King of Shadows is waiting for me. Alt Chiz book and a sudden memory loss after reading, so you get excited to read it just to be disappointed for eternity. That is the worst thing I've ever realized. That is, yes. You can't have heaven without hell. You can't have hell without heaven. You can't realize how good something, you can't appreciate how bad something is until you know how good it can be. And then hell is so much darker. It is true. It is very true. Who's ready for yet another Gwendy set cash grab? Yes, $500 for the Gwendy trilogy omnibus signed by Stephen King. And I'm like, you prick. Like, you seriously, you are a pile of shit, man. You could not get signatures. Like, how about getting signatures in the stand for all the people who waited all these years? Like, you know what? Just as a thank you for your patience, and I'm going to surprise you with a Stephen King signature in the stand. Because you deserve it. Hanging on there. Some people for 11 years were hanging on. But no, you're going to promote that Gwendy bullshit. And then somebody shared with me images of the Cemetery Dance number 79. A shit ton of Richard Chismar promoting Chismar Incorporated, him and Billy. You are such a phenomenal asshole. Really. You like that. I mean, he's really excellent at that. Not paying authors, not paying artists. Oh, what a jagoff. Yeah, no, hell would be like, yeah, hell would be forgetting my hatred of that guy and then being reminded over and over again. Shelves full of Girl on the Porch. For yet serious question. Are you good with the Fantasia edition of your book being case bound? I was a little bit surprised to read that. Not sure what that means. Sorry, doesn't that just mean hardcover? I thought it meant that's all it meant. Should I grab one of the various signed editions of Grady Hendrix's Witchcraft book or wait for the SST? Think SST will do this? I do think SST will do it. I've heard a lot of great things about Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, which makes me think I should have gotten any number of the, like, did Goldsboro do one? Did Broken Binding do one? I don't remember. But I'm like, I cut it off. I'm like, I can't keep doing this Grady Hendrix stuff without reading his book. So, but yeah, just like Jason says, I'd be shocked if SST doesn't do one. Case bound would be similar to the binding boards that PS uses on a lot of their King books. Oh, case bound. Yes. Painted boards, right? Isn't that another word for painted boards, right? So, you know, Needful Things. I thought it was, I don't know. So, yeah. There you go, like that. Okay. I mean, I have some Fantasia books, and my understanding is that they'll be more along the lines of this. This is The Time of the Transference by Alan Dean Foster. Let's see. And I believe this is cloth bound. Yeah. It's got a nice cloth. And then Alan Dean Foster monogram. I will say that Alex hooked me up because this was supposed to be a trade edition. And he said, I only have a signed slipcased edition to send you. Wait, or is it not? Huh. Oh no, it is signed. Yeah, the PC copy. Look at that. It's cool. Silver on blue. So I've not read it, but this is part of a series that I bought. So that's my understanding. That's what Third Rule would look like. Um, so let's see what's being said. Hello, Suave. Good to see you. Like glossy pasted illustrations. Uh-huh. Reading Witchcraft for a Horror Book Club going to be my first Hendrick read. Let me know how that is. Jason, there was an email today. I'm referring to the one of the few days ago, said Smithsonian. Anyone have Mickey 7? Yeah. Oh, I don't think so. No, I have a bunch of Fantasia editions, and they're all cloth bound with dust jackets. I think they just meant hardcover. Yeah. I think it would be similar. Chismar just sent a lettered edition mystery box email 5 minutes ago. God damn that guy. Yeah, I'm almost positive it'll be like their other books, Smithsonian, cloth bound with dust jacket. That's what I'm expecting. In full disclosure, and don't tell Alex or Diana I said this, but I'm going to buy the goddamn thing no matter what. So I'll bitch about it if it's low quality, but I'm going to have it. But it's not going to be. I kid. I jest. I joke. I make farce. But that's I expect it to be like the cloth bound editions. They're lovely, and they really do have a really a cool aesthetic about them, that throwback sci-fi. And it wasn't throwback when he did it. It's throwback now. Is it the Gwendy's Omnibus? So I just checked the email again. It says Smithsonian case bound. Maybe I don't know if they know what case bound means. I don't know. I don't know. We will see. I think Saturday I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy first and then ask questions later. It has a dust jacket and a slipcase. Maybe they didn't mean what I am used to that term meaning. Yeah, they didn't say case bound in the Sundivers section though. Huh. Has hot foil stamping on front cover and spine. I emailed the publisher and asked for clarification. He's got he's got his hands on some levers. Do you say lever or lever? Jonah lived in a whale. I have Mickey 7. It has cloth boards. Yeah. Yeah. I think could they be mean? Could they mean like you can't do foil stamping on laminate boards, can you? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they say. We'll wait for the adults to arrive. He's got him on speed dial, covered in Aristox silver book cloth. Ooh, the Chismar book. Yeah, I know a lot of their books are cloth, which was why I was surprised. Yeah, I use lever like I use tenses. Did CD ever send out the 2018 grab bag that they were verifying everyone's address for in December? I don't know. I think that's something I canceled. I just don't know. Hey, Mitch, can you get Wiseacre on the phone and tell him how to do a coffee stout? Just get him on the horn. Mitch, this is what people used to do to replicate phones. Because you used to have something you shoved in your ear and then a thing you shoved in your mouth. And then you... Yeah. That's... Now it's this. You know? Now people walk around like this. Like they're dictating. You know, whenever anybody had something like this and they were talking to it, it meant they were dictating their memoir. And so, therefore, in Korea, I shot many men to death, and I've returned home a different man. I don't know why I went to Korean War. I'm hoping that's where my character was, because you really shouldn't go to Korea and shoot people. So I'm assuming it was during some sort of conflict and not just like a homicidal, you know. I think Suffer the Children is ready and maybe shipping. Suffer the Customer. How about that? That should be a CD book. I did get Suffering the Children today from CD Actual. Oh, there you go. So they are making it. They're getting it out. They're pushing it out after that years-long constipation. Soon to refer to as the 10th anniversary 2018 grab bag. That's not even funny because it's so close. So is Aristoc silver cloth, hot foil stamping on front and spine, Smith's sewn case bound and dust jacket with custom slipcase with hot foil stamping on spine with thumb cuts. Oh yeah, they like to do the thumb cuts on the slipcase. See, they like that thumb cut because, you know, the funny thing is it doesn't even do anything because look, like I can't even what? I can't get it. I have to do that. And at that point, why stop at the thumbs? Why not just dump it all out, you know? But I appreciate the effort. CD 28 grab bag? No, maybe in 2020, 2035, 2025. Thanks for doing Jeff's job, Mike. I can't do two things at once. I can't do one thing at once. That's what I'm here for. It's hard to believe it's been 7 years already. I'd forgotten about the books. Isn't that's his gift to you? You know, I think Richard Chismar just wants everything to be a surprise. And God damn it, how can you be surprised if you pre-order a book and then you get it when you expect it? He wants people to like go so far into the distance and then throw that long pass of love. Yeah, you'll thank me when it's like a gift you 8 years ago you gave yourself. Blame your sausage fingers, not the slip. I do not, these are not sausage fingers. I'm very insecure about my hands. They're not worthy. My fingers are horrible. Gonna split. Have a great week. You too, Phil. Chiz does it for your kids. This isn't for you. You're giving these books to your kids. Yes, but we got to get back to something earlier. I was going to say there is an escalation on BookTube. Tim brought his wife onto the channel and they did a video together. I just saw it as I was doing prep. That's an escalation, Tim. It was a very, and you could tell, Tim, I think you were a little nervous. I think you were very nervous standing there next to her doing that video. And she was still running the household. I saw that one part where somebody says something off camera and she's still running the household. And you were sort of like looking at her a little bit sideways, like, am I okay? Like, it was a very nice video. And I'm sure a lot of fun to do. Where else? So, Jeff, did you ever finish Dune or did you set it aside? I set it aside and then started reading literally everything else. But I'm not done. I know where Paul and Rebecca are, or no, Paul and Jessica. See, now I'm going to forget their names. Paul and Jessica are running around. There's a sandworm got involved. Then they threw some depth charges that distracted the sandworm. They had the knife fight. I think a knife fight happened. I still remember it. You know, I still remember it vaguely. Yeah, you and PJ need to catch up now. Yep. If Chiz made movies, you would be getting the VHS next year. It's funny. Now we need a PJ and Jeff Ward video. Tim is paving the way for it. Yes. Oh, we'll all meet producer Jill at Jeff Fest. I like the old videos where Tim's wife burned his shipping boxes. Oh, it's like it is a frustrating thing, this hobby of ours, for the other people in our lives, and I think cheers to them for putting up with us, right? And she better not come as the unknown comedian. Jeff, please explain for Mitch. I think you got to explain for me the unknown comedian. I don't remember the unknown comedian. Murray Langston. So you shot over my head, even, SDAJ. Unknown comic. Gong Show. Oh my God, I remember the Gong Show. What was the worst? I can't even say it because I don't want people to look it up. There was one act on the Gong Show that was just, oh my God. It was not family friendly. Let's see who's gonna guess what act on the Gong Show was like, holy shit. That is really not something people should watch on television. Oh, we got a hidden user. Oh, no, I bumped the thing. I almost hid somebody. Wore a bag on his head. Okay. Murray Langston. The Gong Show. Do you remember when Rerun was on the Gong Show? Remember that? Fred Berry. What's happening? And What's Happening Now, I believe. He didn't sit that out. And then that horrible time that Rerun was going to bootleg the Doobie Brothers concert. That was a two-parter. Oh, man. I couldn't believe you would do that, Rerun. After they were friends with you. He used to lick his watch through the paper bag and squeal, takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Do we got to look this guy up? I mean, I had other things to talk about, but I mean, if we want, I mean, if you look back in the day, a lot of comedy used to be really immature, like grade school stuff. Gene the Dancing Machine. Gong Show. Unknown comic. Let's see. What do we got? Is it? Oh boy. Okay. Here. You know what we'll do? Here we go. We're gonna share it. Why not? Let's do a view here.
Here, folks. Here to buck up those lonely little hours at home with all those rotten little kids and all that washing laundry and soap suds. Here, folks. Here comes the Prince of Puns.
Oh man, this guy's
here to cup up that murky day around your apartment. Here comes the Baron of Buffo.
Wow.
The Wizard of Here comes the
He is so high.
Comic.
I don't think I've ever seen a person so high.
Hey, Lucky baby, you like telling about the one
That's the unknown geezer.
Wait a minute.
Get that
Me at the FRACASSI sighting.
Ohio.
Okay.
Once more. Come on.
This is going nowhere. But now we are up to speed. But yeah, the host of the Gong Show, man, he is, you could tell he pre-gamed quite a bit. Yes, you did get it right, Mark. You did. Oh man. Yes, you got it. You got it 100% right. I'm not even gonna. It was the Popsicle Twins. Yeah, no, not good. Yeah, you did. This may be proof that Jeff comes from a different timeline. Yeah, I might have. I think I popped into here. I pop in and out I don't know which timeline I was born into. I'm just self-censoring because of thinking of other timelines, just like putting a lid on it. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind is a good movie. What is that? Who's in it? I would like to see good movies. We just saw. Oh my God, we just saw The Gentleman Bronco or Gentleman Broncos. It's by the creator of Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. I loved it, but that's my style. That's my sort of quirky sense of humor sometimes. But it involves authors and plagiarism and intellectual property and like how authors get screwed over possibly by other authors and filmmakers. It's really good. I highly recommend Gentleman Bronco. It's filmed in 2009. I don't know how much longer it remains on Amazon Prime. Probably another few days. Because it did say it like leaves in like 6 days when I saw it. So I think you still have some time. Escalation. The kid walked in and Tasha wasn't having the interruption. Bam! She's running that household. And I like that you didn't edit that out, Tim. Leave it in. Just it all stays. It's all a slice. These are the 26 minutes of my life. Go, and it's unfiltered. This may surprise you. I've never watched The Gong Show before. I'm shocked, Mitch. Greg Kinnear as Chuck Barris. Oh, okay, really? Greg Kinnear, not Kinnear. Oh, it's the Chuck Barris movie. So was he high all the time? Mitch, it's fine. Fairly certain confessions came out before you were born, too. Supposedly that Hezekiah host was a CIA agent, in case you recall the movie, if I recall the movie correctly. Wow, a CIA agent. It's so funny because it's not funny. You think CIA agents would infiltrate media in some capacity because that is controlling what people think and how they behave. That's wild. Chuck Barris. Isn't it Sam Rockwell, not Greg Kinnear? Oh, okay. So Sam Rockwell. Wasn't Greg Kinnear in the movie about Bob Crane of Hogan's Heroes? Oh, so much great stuff, and it's all happened behind the scenes. Is Suffer the Children a book worth reading? I don't know. I didn't read it, and I'm never going to because I canceled my forthcoming grab bag before I could get it. And I got my refund for it. So I'm fully restored. But I think that's why authors and artists aren't getting paid because people are canceling their orders. And Dick Chiz is such a criminal. It's so awful. We need to see the behind scenes footage from Tim's duo vid. Yes, we do. The blooper reel. Craig the Lully suffer the children? If so, it's only okay in my humble opinion. No, it's John Saul's suffer the children. John Saul. Mitch, remember when you were supposed to get your beer in the pub, in the brewery close to my house? Remember that? I need that. I need you to distribute to Tennessee. Just Tennessee. Just the Chattanooga area. Mitch. Do a partnership with somebody. A collab. Oh. Then you could sit down with a chapbook. Oh my God, that chapbook. Brother's Keeper. Right? Oh, wait, am I revealing things? Like, I don't know what's a secret anymore, Mitch. Can I tell who signed it and everything? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know what I could say, Mitch. What can I say about the next chapbook? You did a reveal. Was it only in the speakeasy? You could talk all about it. It's public. Okay. Brothers Keeper, Brian Evenson. You know who's signing it? 3 people. And 2 of them are fantastic authors. One's my favorite author, Philip Fracassi. Then there's Chris Panettiere, not Craig. Chris Panettiere, who he's a fantastic author. I only read one thing by him, so I can't say, beyond that one thing. And then Brian Evenson. So 3 signatures, 1 chappie, many hours of awesomeness. Because, it's not going to take you many hours to read the chapbook, but it is kind of a big one, isn't it? It's kind of fat. It's kind of a big word count, right? Maybe. I don't know. I just skim things, man. I get the gist, And here's the thing. I only read closely the details if it's something I'm not like guaranteed that I'm going to buy, right? That's the only time you scrutinize. But I know it's going to be a Rapture chapbook and it's going to be gold. And I'm going to want it. So details are details, whatever. Who needs to waste time? Who needs to waste precious life force that you could just be given to Philip Fracassi by reading marketing copy? Nobody gets joy from reading marketing copy. The Crane movie sure painted him as a screwed up guy. Yeah, Bob Crane, Hogan's Heroes, nuts. With the introduction, the page count is similar to Carbon and Salt, but word-wise, it's about 5,000 words. 5 Gs. And I've never read Brian Evenson, and I don't even have my Altman's tongue yet. So that's coming from Earthling. I can't believe that Come With Me isn't sold out yet. I can't believe it. And of course, Little Heaven. Though I think the more people see Little Heaven in hand, the more people will buy it and want it. But yeah, Come With Me is currently available and shipping, right? Altman's tongue is still held up. Anyway, I just had to go over there and check out the neighbors, thing. The story is awesome. It's a great intro to Brian. I ordered a copy of Come With Me. Well, good. I mean, Malfi's great. I only read the one book, but I loved it. Loved it. I ordered a copy. Yeah. Yeah. I think we covered off. I mean, I don't ever doubt that you all will get it. I'm just surprised the general public hasn't jumped on it. So, if my memory from the early 80s is reliable, John Saul's was good. Who can trust those things, though? Can you trust those things? I can't trust those things. What else do we have to talk about? So we talked about Rapture. Talked about all the Fracassi magic. And the Rapture publishing is part of that because Philip signed the next chapbook. So if you're a Philip Fracassi completist and you need to get his signatures, this is one you got to get. I'm forcing you to have a good time. I'm twisting your arm. So then we talked about Come With Me. Oh, then the Levidian tease, which I can't talk about. Why do I write this down for show prep? There's 2 books Levidian's doing that I absolutely have to have, and I can't talk about them. And, one I may have hinted at earlier in this broadcast to come, if you have them, if you remember what we were talking about that one time. And the other, the other one, I don't know if it's been announced. I don't know where I can talk about. It's so, again, why did I do that to myself? Why would I go about that? I reread Come With Me. That's how good it is. Damn. That's a hell of an endorsement, Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr. My favorite of his by far. Damn. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Because a lot more Malfi readers out there that have read a lot more than me, just the one book. And so I'm happy to hear that feedback. Again, my brother-in-law has been reading Malfi and he's digging everything. So can't you? I thought it's known info. I don't know. Caratera Press new release this week. Legati title. I wish I could share that joy, Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr. I wish I could. I don't know Caratera and I don't know no Legati. And I have the Legati little book though, so I should read that maybe. I like to get Come With Me, but don't have the funds available for it right now. Too many other books from my buy list. I'll have to go to the standard book route for that one. Can someone remind me who's doing the new signed, numbered, illustrated edition of Andy Weir's The Martian? Yes, Curious King. Curious King, yeah. Yep, that's the one. But yeah, I don't know, Mike. I thought one of them may be known. One title. Man, if you guys just swear to me you don't tell Brian James Freeman, okay? God damn it. I think the one was Mystery Walk by McCammon. I think that's the one. I have to get that book. Levidian. Oh, I'm going to be in so much trouble if that's not true. Is that true? Is The Martian the best Weir book? I thought Project Hail Mary was the best. From what the chatter says. Yes, Mystery Walk. Yes, see? Back me up. I saw Mystery Walk somewhere and I'm not on his paid Patreon. Excellent. That is one book. The other one I hinted at earlier. I know we can't talk about that one. But it's a big one, I think. It's a big one that a lot of people will be happy to see. Yes, The Martian is the best. We're gonna have a fight now because somebody else said Project Hail Mary is the best. Andy Weir. I have an autographed Andy Weir book, don't I? Who signed? I think he signed Dark Matter, Blake Crouch's Dark Matter from Suntop. Who signed Fantasia Press's edition of Third Rule? Do we have that? I can't. Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr., I cannot pull this up. And I can't be looking around because even though I am right now, I don't have anything pulled up. So Tim Bedwell is asking to join fans of Fantasia or fans of Subterranean. Somebody let him in, not me. I would have let him in. I would have let you in, Tim. So who else is signing? Project Hail Mary is unbelievably good. Unbelievably. Project Hail Mary is probably my least favorite of his 3 novels. I'm one of those odd ones who thought Artemis wasn't too bad. Broken Binding did signed, but not numbered, of all Weir's books for the sci-fi sub. You got to really like sci-fi. I wish I could like sci-fi. You know who I wish? Well, I wish was still with us, but I wish I could get a beautiful limited edition signed set of the Necroscope series. I wish I could get Necroscope at least the first 5. That's what I would consider the true you obviously got the trilogy. But the first 5 of the Necroscope series in a limited edition form. I thought Subpress did them, but I don't know if anybody's done the whole set. I'm not a huge sci-fi fan, but love Project Hail Mary. I've heard that as well. Project Hail Mary is going to be a big movie with Gosling. It's a really fun book. Oh. I need to send some books to Andy Weir to sign for me and some coworkers, but I left the books at work. That doesn't work out. I still want to know who else is signing. Oh, it's Francois. That's right. I was trying to think. I thought somebody else was signing Philip Fracassi's Third Rule, and I knew there was another signature, and I thought it might have been an introductory author. But yes, it was Francois. Yes, you can't get better than Philip and Francois. Philip, Francois, Fantasia. It all works out. Never read Necroscope. Necroscope, yes to Necroscope. I don't go back till Saturday. Oh, that sucks. Yes, Necroscope is very original. I mean, I got to say, I read it when I was in high school. Loved it. It's sci-fi, fantasy, horror, espionage. It's like Brian Lumley said, I want to do every goddamn genre, and it all works. It works wonderfully. I loved it. Absolutely loved the Necroscope series. Whole new take on vampires. I never thought I'd care. To me, it reminds me of Wolf's Hour because it blends like government espionage, sort of daring do with supernatural horror. And the vampires in Necroscope are some of the badassest vampires ever. And then when you get to the source, so you got Necroscope 2 is Vampiri, and then you got the source. Right? And then there might be the first 6 books. I don't know. I loved them all. So if you have time and you want to read something fun, engaging, and completely original, check out Brian Lumley's The Necroscope series. I loved it. I've never read Lumley. I heard not so great things about him as a person, but it was a third-hand info, so who knows how accurate. Really? Yeah, I don't know. I unless he's like murdered people, I just shelf it. I don't know. It's a weird thing now because we just got through with the game and stuff. But yeah, the less I know about the misdeeds, the better. I know that's a privileged, blissful way of being, but so be it. Lumley is hit or miss, but at least the myth, but at least he does the mythos stuff. Yeah, he's big into that. Suntop's email makes me think Paul needs to sell those older editions. That and his ding sale get me a little worried. I know he's got a lot of back catalog. Has anyone read The Other Value by Scott Howard? Almost pulled the trigger on a copy this weekend at Barnes & Noble after reading about it. Almost. Has a literary Blake Crouch time travel thing going on. Literary is fine. Blake Crouch is fine. Time travel is fine. But do they all come together well? If you're into R.R. Martin, Folio launches Fire and Blood tomorrow. Oh, man. Ron, hearing the same buzz, but no clue. If you read Lumley, you better like exclamation marks. That's a funny point. That is a funny point. Yes. That's true. He has a ton of back catalog available for sale. You can tell the market is hurting right now. Yeah, it's soft. He had a lot of lettered editions of Born of Man and Woman left. And that's a real indicator of a softening of the market. It's been rough. Nightfire just reissued the first one. Necroscope? Really? Oh, they reissued the first 5. Oh, damn. Well, I got to look that up. I have really crappy editions from way back that I've loved to death. I think Paul has limited storage space, so he does those emails every now and then. Yeah, I couldn't believe how many letters he had. Yeah. If you read McCarthy, you get no quotation marks if you read McCarthy. Yeah. It's on Amazon. Yeah, I got to do that, Philip. I got to do that. And now that you mention it, it does tickle something. I think I do remember seeing something about a reissue. I'll be surprised if print runs don't start coming down for a lot of our limited publishers. Centipede Press has a lot of books sitting around right now, too. Yeah. And then I was just on Earthling's site. There are a bunch that are sitting there. And his stuff is a lot more accessible. Yeah. We will see. I mean, we will see. You know, I haven't gotten a Suntup edition since the classic Swan Song, which hopefully is shipping soon. I cannot wait to get that book. And it's real eye-opening how much money all that costs. And you know, maybe I don't know, Paul might, I know he's got stuff in the works for years on down the line. He's got contracts signed, everybody lined up, all the stuff ready to go, in some stuff going, you know, in production already before he can announce them. And it's got to be scary. His neck's out there, you know. He can't pull back a print run on something he hasn't announced yet that's already been in production. So it's crazy because it's a lagging, you know, by the time the market, if the market is softening, he's already got stuff in the works, and then he's going to be pulling back on a time when maybe the market's coming back, you know, and then he's like, he's not in sync with it. He's out of step. There's that danger too, because you got to think years ahead. I am so curious to know what the final total number of complete sets of Centipede Press Dune there truly are. You mean from, well, Centipede Press. Yeah, we'll see how many people can stay on that train for the whole duration. Yeah, Jared giving $50 off of Son of Endless Night on the last few bundles. Yeah. It seems his print run is mostly 26, 250, 500 now. He's probably going that way. He might, well, I doubt he'd go back to 185, which is what Misery and Haunting of Hill House sat at. Son of the Endless Night should have sold so much better. That book is awesome. It's a shame. And, you know, I've gone to a model where I really like these more affordable signed editions with, you know, a few bells, but maybe not all the whistles. Yeah, I think a lot of people have. You know, all that disposable income everyone had during COVID because they weren't going to restaurants or shows or Jeff Con. They were able to stay home and they needed to be entertained. Are you not entertained? And there's only so much you can watch on Netflix before you are feeling less than mentally healthy. So you got to read. Reading is like drugs, man. Reading is drugs. I think that's how we should sell books to kids. Just smack the joint out of their hand and hand them a book and say, man, reading is drugs. Paul's got slipcases for Swan Song, so hopefully it ships soon. Yes. I just read Son of Endless Night recently. I really did like it also. Publisher update regarding time travel. Uh-oh. What's the publisher update? Philip. Uh-oh. What is it? Oh my God. Okay, that was something different. I went to my messages. Case bound is an industry term. Oh, okay. Maybe I was too technical. The book cloth is RO stock silver. Will be on both book and slipcase. It's a polyester cotton blend. Case bound is an industry term. Maybe I was too technical. Case bound probably is hardcover, you know. It's bound in a case instead of paper. Paper bound? I don't know. Radical. Well, thank you for updating us, Philip. I appreciate that. I think that can solve a lot of anxiety or, you know, fear that we would be getting printed boards. Although that's what I always call them. I didn't call them case bound. I just said they have printed boards or laminate. You know, it's like a library binding. But I gotta say, if the art is great, it's kind of cool. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me as much as, you know, probably other people. It's not, I know it's not popular. I think people have Radical Folio slipcase of Night of the Long Knives is insane. He did one? I didn't know he did one. Thank you for pointing that out. Now I got to get one. My nose is itchy. I don't know why. She also sent me photos of the material. Looks nice. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Case bound sounds British, like hardback. That slipcase is insane for Radical. I got to look at it. Should we try to pull it up? I mean, since you mentioned it. I mean, it's not my fault if you mentioned it. Did he put it on the Facebook group? Oh, I think I just Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to share it. You guys want to see it? I'm going to pull this over here. And we're going to share, and it's going to be Facebook, and it's going to be a share situation. And I don't know why I'm whispering. That is cool. That is cool. That is really cool. Oh, man. Oh, that's nice. That's a very nice title treatment. Oh, that's the book. I'm so stupid. How can you have a title treatment on a book, slipcase spine, when you have a knife there? Boy, am I dumb. See? Look at that. So, what is that one? Do you get either or? Do you get a choice of Night of Long Knives like that or Night of Long Knives with the knife? That's cool. So let's see. How about this? Let's go see what Jake says. Night of Long Knives slipcase now available to order at Radical Folios. Orders will be open until February 8th. Oh, let me get that out of there. Orders will be fulfilled immediately. The slipcase is available in 2 models, a standard and a radical edition. Oh, Jake, man. Love what you're doing here. I applaud you. Literally. When I do LOL, I never really laugh out loud. But when I applaud, you better bet your ass I'm slapping my hand. You better believe. Both slipcases are covered with green cloth bound. Green cloth on the sides. The inside is lined with 270. Oh, international orders. I hope you guys like it. Thunderstorm coming after these are fulfilled. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Jake, I would stay away from thanks a lot. Does that sound sarcastic? Thanks a lot. No, I'm kidding. I jest. It's just a jest. Very cool. I like it. I like it. I would have to go with the radical edition. Very cool. Very cool. Radical edition, radicalfolios.com. Guys, you know, go over there, radicalfolios.com, word to your mom.com. So that's that. Which kind of brings us near the end of the show here. Kind of. He just posted. Good night, Stephen Wayne Elson Jr. He's taking off. He's leaving. Later, Gators. So that's good. I'm glad I was on that. Can't I get a link for that? I need that slipcase. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy to do it. Happy to get a link to it. I'm pulling it up now. Night of Long Knives. I'm just going to assume you want the Radical edition because you're not playing around. You don't play around, right? And then, oh, did I lose you guys? Did I lose you guys? No, you're there. Okay, here. I'll put it in here. Boom. Boom. That's the link to the thing. That takes you right to the Radical edition. Very cool. Awesome job. I agree. Yes, that is very cool. Yes. So get over there. If you got 9 Long Knives, that is a very cool. Just ordered. Awesome. I ordered this. I missed the Gothic slipcase. Disappointed. Yeah, I'm sorry that you did. I mean, I have both 19th edition slipcases for those. So I wasn't on the market or in need of that, but this is very cool, Jake. Really, I love it. I love to see where you're going with it. I love to see you continue to create very cool enclosures. Radical, if you will. And I know you will. I know you will. Good night. See you next time. Take it easy, David. Good to see you here. What else do we have to talk about? We could talk about Dark Carnival. It's going to be gorgeous. I don't know why it's still available. That's from Subpress. I was going to pull it up, but I don't know if I am now. I'm going to get to my closing toast for you all. Bought it. Good deal, Suave. I'm going to get to my closing toast. Oh, this almost finishes my Ardbeg. Thank you to Kevin and Dawn for this. Meant a lot when you handed it to me at FRACASSI Fest. Means a lot every time I toast you all at the end of the show. Because we all need a little gas in the tank to make it to the next Monday and the next Monday and the next Monday and really keep the wheels spinning. The only other thing I didn't talk about was Anya Allborn's Good and Joyful Things. Any Anya Allborn fans out there, her trade edition of Good and Joyful Things just went up for pre-order on Amazon, I believe. It's a very modest priced book. I have the classic edition on my shelf from Suntup. The Suntup editions would be the preferred edition. I believe they still exist on the site. But anyway, neither here nor there. That is all the business I wrote down. I'm glad to see everybody who showed up and hung out. And for anybody who's going through the storm, just know you're going to be better on the other side. I promise. And that's all the show I got. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Welcome to the circus, Robert. And thank you all for making this place the place it is. Thank you, Philip, for stopping by and giving us that clarity on the book. And seriously, pay attention on Saturday. Be ready to go, and then be ready to go next Saturday for Third Rule. Third Rule is a book I cannot wait for. I know a lot of people had arcs, but this is the real deal. This is prime time. I can't wait for everybody to read this book. One of the best protagonists I've read in a long time, and just an amazing story all the way around. And I can't wait to do a book club on it once it's out and everybody's had a chance to read it. Oh, that reminds me, Kin may be the next book club book, but I'll get back up there next Sunday. I'll do the announcement. Anyway, this is I don't do nutshell. I don't do anything. Really, that's not verbose. So anyway, until next week, thank you all, and have a great week. And I'm going to end the stream. Islands in the stream. That is who we are.